Hello, YouTube. Just wanted to touch base real quick. I know a lot of you are probably wondering exactly what is the Bitcoin and how is it important to you. Well, if you are an investor, I highly recommend diversifying your portfolio with cryptocurrencies, especially in the Bitcoin genre. And the reason is because Bitcoin basically is a digital currency that has been traded and used for a lot of transactions financially. But what's behind the Bitcoin technology is something called the blockchain. Now, the blockchain basically is it is a foolproof. It is a foolproof way of showing that a transaction is legitimate. Because what happens is when a transaction happens, that broadcasts out to multiple computers, and then it's a giant ledger. And so when all those computers authenticate that particular transaction, it adds it back to the blockchain. And so in that way it actually can be a very secure technology. And what's been fascinating is since 2008, since the creation of Bitcoin, there hasn't been a single failure in the blockchain technology. Now, it's not to say there's been some hackers and some mismanagement that has happened in the past, but the technology is taking the financial world by storm. And it's not just used for finances. Microsoft is very interested in it. Google's very interested in it because you can use it to prove and solidify a transaction or data transfer. And so that's what's so important about the new blockchain technology. And so this is just a quick video to kind of give you just a real brief idea of what Bitcoin is and why it is valuable. And we are definitely on the basically the pioneer end of coming into a new era. The banks, they're starting to panic a little bit because they're not really sure exactly how this is going to affect them. Because there's no middleman. It's like I can send something directly to you, and you can send something directly to me, and we can exclude the banks completely. And so that is very attractive to a lot of people. But anyway, is what I want to talk about as far as the Bitcoin. This is absolutely incredible. Today, I got this email in from Crypto Coin News. I guess I got it about 8 o'clock this morning. So apparently Bitcoin today, one coin is worth $6,600. Now that has definitely changed as time has gone on today. It is a market. It does fluctuate. I don't know what it's going to end up being at the end of the day, but it is something that is very, very important if you're wanting to do investing. Let me show you why. Because right now there's 12 million coins that have been created, and there are only going to be 21 million total. So what does that mean? That means that the value is going to continue to rise. And one of the reasons that it's rising so hard right now is there's getting ready what's called a fork. Bitcoin is getting ready to split off into another split. It's hard to explain, but they're going to split it again, and so by doing that, it's causing the value to rise. Basically, they're making the file from a 1 gig to a 2 gig file, which is a lot better. You can do a lot more stuff with it. So that's a completely other video. I'm not here to talk about that. We're just here to talk about what is Bitcoin and why you should be involved if you are wanting to do some trading. So there's been a lot of people I've read about and talk with that basically they will get some Bitcoin and they'll hold on to it because the value just has skyrocketed. It's only going to continue to grow. Like I said, this is today $6,000 today alone. Okay, for one coin. Now, what's fascinating is I started really looking into this stuff a couple months ago, and at the time, I'll get to this in a second. You can see here as of October the 2nd. Of course, I can't show you now, but the current graph a couple days ago was back into September. And it was around 4,200, something like that. So at the time I was looking at Bitcoin, I was like, wow, this thing's going for $4,000 a coin. Okay, but look, within a month, from October 2nd to November 1st, it has risen to It's 60. Well, that's the current rate right now, as of right this moment. It's $6,500. Okay, give or take a little bit. But what's interesting here is the incredible amounts of growth, and a lot of this is probably due to the Bitcoin fork that we were just recently talking about that's coming up. Once that kind of goes in and settles a little bit, I expect it to actually go even higher, probably be around 7,000, possibly around 8. I don't know. Of course, it's all speculation on my part. But the main question I get asked a lot is, how do I get Bitcoin? There's a couple of ways. The easiest way to do it is actually to buy it. Okay? And you can buy it in any denomination. So you don't have to buy $6,000 worth of Bitcoin. You can buy $100 of Bitcoin. Okay? Or you can buy $5,000 of Bitcoin. Whatever you want, to put a denomination you want to do that. That is a way, and I will show you how to do that in a second. Or there are other ways that are take a little bit longer, and because of the algorithm that is used with Bitcoin, it takes a lot of processing power and computer power to what they call mining it. So what that is, basically, you can either buy contracts for companies that actually have computer hardware that will mine the Bitcoin algorithm to create fractions of the coin. But you have to have a lot of power to mine the Bitcoin coin. So that's one way to do it. Another way is basically if you're a hobbyist and you want to build your own computing rig, there's plenty of videos out there for that. I'm going to be making one about how to do that. And so we'll show you exactly if you want to do that. Now, just so you know, the computers that you get today cannot mine Bitcoin by themselves. You have to connect it to what's called a mining pool. The mining pool is where basically a lot of miners are connected together, and they're using their processing power as a group, and the profits, or the shares I call it, the shares are pushed out to each individual who's done the most mining, or how much you've contributed, kind of concept. And then you reap that, and you can exchange it. There's a lot of what they call altcoins. Alternate coins are basically anything but Bitcoin. There are quite a bit. There's Ethereum, there's Zcash, there's Monero. There's a lot. And but what happens is some people will get mining rigs, and they will mine an alternative coin, okay, which will be a lot less value than this, okay. So, for instance, they're interested in Ethereum. Well, right now, one Ethereum is running for $2.98 per coin, okay. So it doesn't take as much to mine Ethereum as it would Bitcoin. So what people will do is they'll mine Ethereum and then exchange that currency to Bitcoin. So they'll do $298 worth of Ethereum, exchange that over to Bitcoin, and you can use the Bitcoin to purchase or buy things on the internet, or pay your bills, or whatever, or reinvest it. But that's another video. We'll get into that in a little bit on another video. Today is just to talk about what is Bitcoin, and this is how you buy Bitcoin. There's a fantastic website called Coinbase. Coinbase is a very reputable, very strong company. You can create an account, verify your account through your email. Once you do that, there's other ways you can secure it. I would definitely do that as well. And so what you want to do is basically, once you get it set up, this is what this is right here. This is Coinbase. This is the current dashboard showing you the values right now and the growths. Of course, I'm sure if we went to Ethereum, it would show you how Ethereum's going up and down. But we're not talking about that. We're just talking about how does Coinbase work. And what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description box below, and that'll be a direct link to the Coinbase. And I'll explain a little bit of that in a minute. So what you do is you can set up an account. Now, I haven't done very much with it because I've just started with it, but I've done about 2 months of research here. And so what you do is you can link your bank account, or you can link a credit card, or even a PayPal card to Coinbase. Okay, and so just know that if you do decide to link your banking account to Coinbase, and you do a transaction of funds from your banking account to Coinbase, it's going to take roughly 3 to 5 business days, not regular days, but business days, because of the ACH settings that's been put into place. So there is a waiting time if you do it that route. But if you use your credit card, it's instant. You can get that funds right in there instantly. So that's how you do that. So basically what you want to do is you want to go up here to buy. Okay, I'm going to go over here to buy. We're going to be buying Bitcoin. Okay, there's my fun little account that I have. I don't do much with it. So what you do is you put in the US dollar amount. I want to buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. Okay. Alright, so once you do that, it tells you what that's going to be in Bitcoin. That's what it'll be. And it'll send you, click buy Bitcoin. Okay. Once that process happens, like I said, if you use your bank account, it's going to take 4 to 5 days to verify and do its thing. But if you use your credit card, which you can link different cards to it, and once you do that, it's instant. Okay. So once that happens and you buy the Bitcoin, there it is. Okay. And if I hit buy here, $1,000 worth, it's going to go into my Bitcoin wallet right there. That number I just showed you that I highlighted there, that's how much Bitcoin. It'll tell you what it is in dollar amount too. So now you have what's called a Bitcoin wallet, and that value is in your wallet. So how that works is if you're wanting to buy something or trade something or purchase something else, you're going to hit the send button. Okay. All right. And so the way that works is whoever you are sending it to, there will be an address, and you just click that address right there and paste it in there. I'll give you an example here in a minute. And you want to put, say I'm going to send, well, let's say I want to send, I only have $5 in. Let's just say $1. Okay, one big dollar, $1 US. Okay, it's going to tell you how much that's going to be, but there is a network fee. Probably, since it's so low that I'm trying to sell here, it's not going to show you, but it's usually about $2 to $3. I'm not sure if it depends on the amount you're trading to how much the network fee is, but I've seen it like $2 to $3 to do that. And then you hit continue, and then what happens is your amount that you're sending, there'll be an address, and it'll go to that address. And that sometimes takes about 30 minutes to get through, and then you're ready to purchase things or reinvest your Bitcoin, depending on what website you're going to. So let's say you want to send me Bitcoin. This will be a little easier to show because there'll be an address involved. So I want to receive some Bitcoin from you, okay? So I'm going to say, hey, Mike, John, whatever, my address is this. And once you click that, the little checkbox comes up. This is the address that I'm going to give you to send me Bitcoin. So let's say you have a Bitcoin account, all right? And I sent you that address. So you're gonna, and now you're logged in, you're like, all right, I'm gonna send you, Scott, I'm gonna send you some Bitcoin. So you put that address in. That's where the address goes. You put the amount you want and hit continue, and then that'll actually go into my account. So that is just a brief, gentle overview of exactly what Bitcoin is, why there's value in it, and it's only going to continue to skyrocket because there's only so many minted. There's a lot of people, like I said, that hold on to them because of the value. Now, some people, like what I would want to do, would be able to move them around and create more things. But some people don't want to do that. They just want to hold on to it, wait till the value goes up. Of course, it is going to fluctuate over time, just like any investment. And so from there, that's exactly how Coinbase works, and how the Bitcoin the Bitcoin phenomenon, that's what I'm trying to say here, the Bitcoin phenomenon is going. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you subscribe down below, we're going to start adding a lot more videos. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be doing stuff on how to do mining rigs, what what websites or companies that you can use to do mining with if you want to do mining through contracts. So if you don't want to buy hardware, but just know if you do buy mining contracts, it is a little bit lengthier in time because you can buy them in 1 and 2 year spans. We'll talk about a great website, some other websites on how to basically grow your investment with compound interest. I'll get into that another time. It's not for this video. But what I'm going to do again is I'm going to post a link at the bottom of this description for Coinbase. And what that is, it's a referral. Let me explain how this referral works. It's fantastic. Somebody gave me a referral, and once my first transaction I did, it actually sent me $10, but it also sent him $10. So we can actually help each other out. So I really would appreciate that if you decide to get a Coinbase account. Click on the link below, and that will be wonderful. Okay, thanks for being, guys, and as I said, subscribe below, and that way we can do some more videos. Okay, all right, thanks a bunch.